What is good? You know what it is. Another video. We're gonna do some games I've been playing recently. Fucking New York, bro. Like, seriously, a few weeks ago it was like 90 degrees. I was like, it was fucking super saturated in my own fucking sweat. That's disgusting. And now it's like, fucking like 40 degrees today. Like, it's either winter or summer in New York now. Like, there used to be 4 seasons. There used to be fall and spring, but I feel like fall and spring are like, you might sleep through fall or spring. You know what I'm saying? It is like literally like maybe 6 hours long or something. But, yeah, so cold as fuck. I've been playing some video games, you feel me? A bunch of shit, old, new, whatever. I'm not going to talk about all these games for like ever, because there's a fucking ton of them to talk about, because it's been forever since I've done one of these videos. Finished a lot of games. Some of these I'm still in the process of playing. Also, other hijinks. I'm going to talk about some other shit too, obviously. Not just games I've been playing, but I have some things to show. It's pretty cool, you know, based on some events that have taken place recently. But the first game, ToeJam and Earl, Panic on Funkatron. This is the second one. When I was a kid, dude, I would not fucking rent these games. Like, we had a Genesis growing up. We were always looking for two-player games. Me and my brother, we used to play a lot of beat-em-ups, you know, X-Men, Streets of Rage, shit like that. And even though, like, these, like, at least this one's two players, I can't remember if the first one is. I kind of feel like it is. I'm pretty sure it is. But I remember seeing these games, and, like, we were like, nah, fuck that. We're not renting no game called fucking ToeJam. Like, ToeJam is, like, one of the most disgusting substances known to man. I would call it like a substance because it's that fucking gross. And like, I wasn't trying to play a game with fucking ToeJam in the title. You feel me? But you know, I've heard good things about these games. I know McFly is a big fan of the first game, and I started with this one just because I've heard the first game is better. But from what I can tell, like, the first game kind of looks kind of whack to me. But, I mean, I haven't played it, so I'm going to reserve judgment. But, like, it just looks really dated. The gameplay kind of sounds boring to me. And this one, I think, holds up really well. The graphics in this game are amazing. The controls are really tight, which I think is one of the most important things when I'm going back and playing some of these older video games. If the controls are whack, it's really hard for me to invest time into them. But this game, really tight controls. I definitely recommend the 6-button controller because you can actually bypass, like, a whole step of button prompts, because there's like a sub menu of buttons that, like, you'd have to press start and then, you know, ABC would do different buttons, but you can bypass that with the 6-button controller, which is nice because sometimes you want to do those things sort of quickly. So yeah, the controls are good, obviously, like I said, which was kind of surprising to me because I wasn't really expecting much from this game. I kind of expected not even to like it. I don't know, like, one morning I just decided to play it. And I beat it the same morning, so, I mean, it was good enough where I could, you know, finish it in one sitting. It's not a long game. It does get difficult, like, towards the end. You know, the difficulty does go up, obviously, like any game worth its salt does. But, yeah, I liked it. Even the underwater parts of this game, like, played well. Usually, like, I hate underwater parts of games. Like, the first thing I think of is, like, you know, Turtles on the NES. I'm like, ugh. But, yeah. Thought it was cool. Didn't have a chance to play co-op, which sucked, because obviously, you know, you can play this with two people. I played as fucking ToeJam. You might as well face your fears, just get right into the dirt. But yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised, man. I'm looking forward to playing the first one. Don't know how soon I'm gonna do it. I did, like, recently, I don't know, over the past, like, maybe 8 months, get both the games in the series. And then I found out there's one on the Xbox, like the OG box, and I didn't even know that, but I don't really know anything about that game. Next game I finished is not this whole fucking Mega Man collection. Is actually a game that, like, I've probably been playing for like 20 years, and that's the first Mega Man. I've never beat it before. I finally beat it. I don't know what, like, got into me. Like, I don't play platformers, really, because I suck at them. It's probably, like, one of my worst genres, and I've always sucked at the Mega Man games. I always liked the Mega Man games, but I'm not, like, crazy about them. I'm actually like Legends, like, more than the traditional Mega Man games, just because I suck at them. But, you know, I've been playing Mega Man 1, like I said, on and off for 20 years, never beaten it. I finally fucking beat it, and that was a pretty big accomplishment for me. You know, just, you know, I know some people can, like, breeze through that fucking game no problem, but and I'm not saying over 20 years I've played it, like, religiously. I'm having fucking flag problems right now. What the fuck? Stay on. Temper. Here we go. We're gonna fix this shit. No edits. Tighten up, fam. All right, we got this. Everything's good. Yeah. It's not like I play it like every fucking week trying to finish it, but you know, once in a while, and I've never been able to do it. Finally fucking did it. Big accomplishment. And then I went like right on to Mega Man 2 and like was like, fuck this. You know what I mean? It took me 20 years to beat the first one, man. Like originally my plan was like kind of go through all of them, but then I thought about it. I was like, I fucking suck so bad at these games. Like I could be 80 by the time I finish this fucking collection. But it was cool to finish the first one. Finally, I'm not that big of a Mega Man guy, like I said. Definitely love the Legends games. I think those are classic and really fun. But the traditional Mega Man games, I'm fucking terrible at them. I've never even tried the ones on the Super Nintendo. I mean, I tried the remake on the PSP, and I did fairly poorly at it. I did alright. I didn't finish the game. But yeah, it was cool to finally beat Mega Man 1. I don't know what else to say. Next game. This game fucking sucks. This is one of the most frustrating, stupid fucking games I've ever played. Mr. Mosquito. This game is fucking terrible. I mean, I know this game gets a lot of, like, praise for being weird, which it is. I mean, this has fucking pounds of weird, you know, just oozing out of every fucking aspect of this game. But the controls are fucking donkey. They just suck. They're not good. And it's really hard to figure out like how to control this game. I mean, I'm not saying every game needs a tutorial. Like I fucking love Dark Souls. I mean, I guess Dark Souls kind of has a tutorial. It's not that I'm saying like the game should have explained itself better, but I feel like the game should have explained itself better. Especially this style of game. Like this isn't a game you pick up and think like this is going to be cryptic and fucking difficult. Like I had to. If you buy this game with no manual, you're fucked. Like, good luck figuring out how to fucking do anything. Like, I had to read the manual to figure out how to do anything. Maybe I'm just terrible at games, but, like, I felt this game is super fucking frustrating. Forget a fucking difficulty, like, spike. Like, this game has a difficulty, like, shotgun blast to the fucking neck. It's insane. The first, like 3 or 4 levels are like a breeze. The first level is like laughably like, oh my god. Then the second level is a little harder. Third level is like, okay, you know, I see you. Fourth level, still manageable. After that, it's just like insane. One of the most frustrating games I've ever played. I think either I read or somebody told me that this game should take you like 3 hours to finish, which is one of the reasons I picked it up one evening. I'm like, I'm just going to knock this short ass game out quick. Because originally I had planned to do like a review of all the fresh games. This game didn't take me 3 hours. Like I think it took me about 6 hours because I had to repeat so many later levels because of how difficult it was. Later in the game, all that said, the game. I mean, if you're just looking for a really weird, sort of pervy game, like you might like it. Like it's definitely fucking strange. It's one of the strangest games I've ever played. But it suffers from a fucking terrible control scheme, and it's just kind of frustrating and kind of fucking stupid. Like, I don't think this game is good at all. I looked this game's price up on eBay. It's like $40, you know, 30 if you're lucky for a complete copy. Not worth it. Like, don't buy this game for more. I think I paid, I know I have the receipt in here, $9.99. I paid $9.99 in... Doesn't have the fucking date. Really? Okay. 1/22/2015. So, beginning of this year, got this game for $9.99 at a retail store. Not worth it. Yeah, I feel like I was robbed. This game should be $1. It's garbage. Let's see. Next, so this game, I recently finished playing through this game again. I don't know why I just decided to start playing it again. Solo Torobo on the DS. This is like the by Outer Box here. It's pretty beat up. It's still got like one of these fucking GameStop like circle stickers that I like can't get off. Anybody know how to get these fucking things off? Like, what do I use, like a hairdryer or something? I don't know. Like, if I take it off, it's gonna take off the fucking ink or whatever with it. Anyway, it's just a box. I've already played through this game. I didn't know what this game was when I saw it on the store. I saw Xseed. It said it included a soundtrack. It was a GameStop new for, I think, like $9.99. And I was like, okay, let's see what this is all about, right? Because then I wasn't really playing handheld games much at all. I kind of fell, well, I was on hiatus from anything, basically. I was on vacation for a while. And, yeah, so I got back into playing games, saw this. I was like, fuck it, let's grab it. And played through it then. I thought it was really good. And something, it's been years since I played it. I decided I wanted to replay it. This is the best game on the DS, in my opinion. Pound for pound, I think this is the most enjoyable game on the DS that I've played. It might not be the best story or the best looking, but all things considered, I think this is the best single experience you can have on the DS as far as having fun goes. This game is a blast to play through. It's simple enough that you can probably put it down and come back to it like, I don't know, months later and not be confused at all. All the mechanics make a lot of sense. The story starts off really slow, but it actually picks up and gets really good. And it's not groundbreaking, but it is very enjoyable. And it's just a fucking awesome game. I love this game. And I think everything about it is amazing. I like the way it looks. I like the different play styles. I just think it's a fantastic fucking game. I would say it's kind of an RPG, I guess. But, it's not like a traditional RPG. But it is fantastic. It is, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of childish in a lot of ways, I guess. Just some of the things about it, but then at the same time, it's like kind of not. I don't know, it's weird. It has some dark themes, but it's like, overall, it's kind of like it wouldn't feel bad about like letting a kid play this game at all. But it's amazing, and it's, that was the second time I played through it. The first time I just beat the game. This last time I played it, I 100%ed it. I did everything that you can do in the game, and I loved it. And it's not even that long of a game. If you just wanted to, like, buzz through this game, you could probably do it in, like, maybe 13 or 15 hours. If you want to do everything, it's, like, just north of 20 hours, probably. It didn't take me that long. But it's great. And I love, well, I guess that's kind of a spoiler. I'm not going to say that, even though it's an old game. But very, very good. I have nothing but praise for this game. Like I said, in my opinion, this is the best game on the DS that has ever come out. So, Solatorobo, definitely worth checking out. If you, have it or you see it or whatever, and you haven't played it, fucking play it. And it just really makes me want to play the predecessor, Tales Concerto, on the PS1. I've been looking for that game ever since I played this game, like, fucking years ago. This is one of the last games to come out for the DS, I think. It was very, very late. I know the 3DS had been out. Okay, so this says this came out in 2010, so it is a late release game for the DS. I think I played it in, like, 2011. And what was I saying? Oh, since then, I've been looking for this Tales Concerto game on the PS1, and I cannot fucking find it anywhere. And online, it's pretty expensive. But yeah, just replaying this just even made that drive go way up, and it was already one of my most wanted games, so I am like hunting that game down off the internet. I know you can find anything on the internet. What else did I want to say about this? I feel like there's more I want to say. I could talk about this game forever. It's fucking great. Definitely check it out. And it's weird because it's like there's like French in this game, which I've been seeing a lot of French lately. Like, it's weird. Like, something's going on. Like, I'm one of those things where like you might like learn a new word and then like hear it on like a TV show like later that day, or like like the themes of France keep coming up in my life. It's very bizarre. Next, This is another game I finished. Oh, I'm not gonna talk about that one yet. I started Echo Knight Beyond. I think I'm pretty close to being done with this. Really, really good game so far. I actually think this game is way underrated. Super, super interesting game. I love the premise of this game, and I love the setting. And I don't know, but there's something about games that have no combat that I really like. Like Shattered Memories is one of my favorite Silent Hill games, especially the Wii version. And I don't like gimmicks, and that game is just chock full of fucking gimmicks. But I love it. This is another game. There's no combat, and it's a really, really interesting game. Very creepy. I wouldn't say it's a horror game. I would say it's more of like science fiction. Maybe it is a horror game. It's a survival game. You know, very limited resources, things of that nature. But very, very, very good. This game, I would say, if you are into, I guess I'll have to call it a horror game. I don't know how else to describe it. If you're into survival horror games and you like the PS2, you enjoy PS2 games, this is a must-have. If you're a fan of From Software, this is a must-have. If you're a fan of like movies like Alien, or if you like the game like Moon, this is a must-have. This game is fucking really cool. And in the first like hour of the game, I'm like, this is bad. This is really fucking bad. Bad voice acting. The controls took some getting used to. Once I got into this game, it was super fucking addicting, super creepy, and I think I am just about finished. Now, let me clarify something. When I say I'm just about finished, I've already seen an ending to this game, but it's not the ending that I want. So I have some more work to do to get the desired ending that I want. So while I say I'm not finished with the game, I have played through the game, but I'm almost done. My time with this game is almost finished, but I have beaten the game, but I haven't gotten out of the game, and I want to get out of the game. So still chipping away at this. Fantastic. And I would get it if you want it sooner than later, because I'm calling it. That game's going to double in price over the next year. I said that with Kuon last year. It happened. I got that game for... I checked my Amazon payment thing, because I got it from Amazon, and or an Amazon seller, not from Amazon. And I paid $30-something for it, and now it's like an $80 game or more. So, and that's a From Software game on the PS2. I think that Echo Knight Beyond will follow the same trajectory. It might not be as, like, Kuon is a great fucking game. Echo Knight Beyond is definitely good. I don't know if it's as good or it has as much broad appeal as Kuon, given the fact that there is, like, no combat and it's not like a video game, but still... really good. Let's see. Next, this is a game. So I went back to this pawn shop that I've been just, like killing it at this pawn shop, man. I've been picking up 360 cables from this place. The power supply cables, and it's awesome. I've been trading them in. Getting some dough. There's some trading credit at GameStop, whatever, and they had some more DS games. Last time I was there, I found some DS games. I asked them if they had any more that weren't out, and they said that they probably did. They brought up another box of games. This place is cool. They have some PS2 games in a case, but you can ask them if they also have the guy that was working saw me looking at the PS2 games, and he pulls out a fucking crate, a big ass box. I think it was a banana box or something, lined with more PS2 games. Same thing with the Wii. There's more than what's in the case, which is cool. I kind of like that, because that not everything has been completely cherry-picked by casual people. But found 3DS games. These are all $4. I left the price sticker on one of these because it's actually a double. You can see there, maybe. But I did clean up the other cases. One of the cases I had to actually replace because it was really bad. But anyway, Chibi Robo, this is another copy of this game. I just couldn't leave it there. I figured I could just give this to one of my friends or something that wanted it, because this is another game that is This game is going to be expensive in a little while. The one on GameCube blew up its value. This one's climbing. This used to be like a really cheap game. I remember seeing this game for like a couple bucks, and then in my last video when I posted this, somebody contacted me and said actually that game has gone up a lot. So I checked it out. It's not like expensive, but it has gone up. I think with the new Chibi Robo game coming out, there's interest in the old ones. Obviously, that's how these things go. This price is rising, so for $4, I figured if one of my friends was interested in playing this, you know, I'd rather not see them pay like $20 for this game. So that's why I grabbed a double. So if anybody's interested, definitely hit me up. This game, I probably overpaid for, but I didn't even care because I really, really wanted this game. I know that you can get it at GameStop for like $1, but I wanted it with a case. And it is an NIS America game, but it's not like an RPG. It's a puzzle game. It's called Pookie Virus or some shit. This game looks bizarre as fuck. I don't even know what else to say. It's like, I think it was developed by what was that, Nintendo Jalico or whatever. You know, they made a lot of Nintendo games. I'm pretty sure they developed this too. But anyway, this game looks crazy. Check out some gameplay if you've never seen this. It is, you know, at the heart of this game, it is a puzzle game. Which, just like Squishy Tank, I kind of dig some, you know, kind of cheesy puzzle games on the DS just for like little time killers when I have like 10-15 minutes. And this one's super strange. One of the weirdest games I've ever seen. And it's weird that NIS published it. Well, maybe not, considering how fucking strange it is. But really cool to find this in the case. I think it's even on Amazon for just a couple bucks complete. But I try and stay away from getting games online because that's like, I don't know, it kind of takes some of the fun out of like finding them for me, which I know is probably really lame or whatever, but I don't know, I like the thrill of the hunt. And this was definitely the best find there. I was really happy to get this. This is a game I've wanted forever. But I've been holding out, you know, for a good price, and $4 is fucking phenomenal. It's Disgaea on the DS, and I actually have been playing this. It's really weird because it's a port of a port. So they ported the first Disgaea to the PSP, and this is a port of that port from what I understand. And I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm a huge fan of this game to begin with, and you know, obviously I'm gonna like it. And it's kind of fun to kind of jump back into this game. It's been a long time since I played the first Disgaea, so you know, it's kind of like re-falling in love all over again with the series, because I'm not buying Disgaea 5 for the PS4. That's because I'm just not going to buy $60 games anymore that I know are going to be $20 in 4 months, man. I'm just not going to fucking do it. I can't afford to do it. You know, there's so many games coming out. I got, you know, unless there's a really good reason to get it day one or whatever, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just gonna wait. So, this is kind of like, well, everybody else is like playing Disgaea 5. I'm gonna just put blinders on, not pay any attention to it, and just enjoy this. So yeah, that's what I've been playing on the handheld front. This is cool. Well, I'm gonna save that. Captain America, man, on the PS3. I got this game at a garage sale, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And it's a game I've actually been looking for a while. Not really sure why. I think the main thing is it kind of reminded me gameplay footage from playing like the old superhero games that I used to like on the Genesis, like the beat 'em ups. It kind of looked like it had a really beat 'em up feel to it. It's a game I've been wanting, and it's actually kind of hard to find, at least in my area. And it's like sort of expensive at like GameStop and stuff. So to find this at a garage sale was great. And I played it. I wasn't really expecting a lot from this game. I actually really, really liked this game. I thought this game had some of the most satisfying combat I've played in like a newer style, like beat 'em up. I don't know why I'm doing this. In a like a new school style beat 'em up game. The way this game works is, you know, Captain America obviously has a shield, so there's no reason to collect bullets and ammo and stuff. So there's tons of Easter eggs. This game kind of reminded me of a Spyro game. did I say Easter eggs? I didn't mean to say Easter eggs. Collectibles. There's tons of collectibles, and in that aspect, it almost reminded me of playing like the old Spyro games because there's so many collectibles. This game is a collectathon, beat 'em up, basically. In the shield, the primary weapon is, you punch and you have your shield. The shield is so fucking satisfying to throw against dudes or to like break the environment with. It's a blast. I love this game. It's really short. So this game I think I beat in like 5 or 6 hours. I beat it like in I think like 2 or 3 sittings. Not a long game at all. Maybe it was longer than that. Maybe it was like 8 or 9 hours. I can't really remember. It's short. It's a short fucking game. But if it was any longer, I don't think it would have worked as well. It was perfect length, in my opinion. Plus, once you beat the game, there's all these challenges you can do that you have to do that if you want to get the platinum, which I did want to get, which I have not achieved because one of those fucking challenges I feel like is impossible. It's the only trophy I'm missing is to get all golds on the challenge missions, and I can't do one of them. My friend that has this game back in my old city, he says that he has beaten that challenge. So I might just do some grimy shit, like have him log in on my account and get it for me, because I can't fucking do it, man. I'm sick of trying. If I keep trying, I'm going to throw my TV through the fucking wall. I want the fucking platinum. I'm like really kind of competitive and like sick in the head about trophies. That's why if you guys are friends with me on PSN, you've probably noticed that I have like my trophies locked, because I'm embarrassed about the amount of hunting trophies that I do. I mean, it's not like something I'm proud of. I feel like it's like my dirty secret. Like, like a dope addict might keep like a dirty spoon and needle like deep inside his desk drawer or something. Like this, like trophies are my little dirty junky secret. So, really want this fucking platinum. 1 trophy away, but overall, great game. I had a lot of fun with this, and what makes this game great is just how satisfying the combat is, and the collectibles are a lot of fun. Fucking Fabergé eggs, dude. You know what I mean? Actually, I think they're called ceramic eggs. Like, going crazy looking for these ceramic eggs. I loved it. Another game I recently started, and I almost instantly regretted it, is the Silent Hill collection. Silent Hill 2 is a masterpiece. It is one of my favorite games of all time. I played it on the PS2 back in the day. Fucking loved it. That said, I didn't really go crazy over the Silent Hill games then. Like, I never even played Silent Hill 3 afterwards, just because I thought it looked fucking stupid. I didn't play Silent Hill until recently, like a year and a half ago or something. But I've always just been a huge fan of the first, or Silent Hill 2. I've never even played Silent Hill 1. I've played Silent Hill 2, Shattered Memories, and since then I've played 3. I still haven't played The Room, and there's the ones on the PS3 that I haven't really gotten down to. Oh, I played Origins on the PSP, but that game mysteriously walked out of my collection somehow. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But this game is weird. Playing, I started with Silent Hill 2 because I wanted to get the trophies. I mean, I've got it on PS2, I've got it on fucking Xbox. I should be playing the Xbox version, but I am, like, making myself play through this version because I want the fucking trophies. And that said, I do like that it gives you the option to have the 2D control scheme, so it's not as tanky. But other than that, it just feels weird to play this. I'm not sure how crazy I am about it yet. It is obviously one of my favorite games, like I mentioned 15 times, but it just doesn't feel right. Even though I went with the old voice track. I know some purists will say you have to play with the original control scheme. I fucking hate tank controls. I'm sorry, if I have the option to not use them, I'm not fucking using them. They're just so outdated and shitty. But that said, I'm only like, I don't know, like 4. I think I'm like 4 hours into the game. It's not a long game, but I'm not exactly blazing through it either. There is a trophy to beat it, and I think, I don't know, under 3 hours or something. But I'm almost done with it. But I'm like going slow because there's also trophies like to get like kill X amount of enemies with melee combat and you know what I mean? So and there's a lot of things to like sort of find or whatever, so I'm going kind of slow, all things considered, but then I'm gonna have to go back and like blaze through the game and beat certain bosses in X amount of time and stuff. So that said, I don't know if I can do that because I'm really not feeling it on the PS3. I think, you know, if I want to play this game, I should just play the Xbox version, the OG box version. But if you guys have played this compilation, what do you think about it? Because I'm not crazy about it. I know, you know, they patched the fog back in, which was nice, and they did try and fix some things, but something about it still feels off. So yeah, I am playing that, but I kind of put it down because I just wasn't really like when I'm playing it, I just feel like I should just be playing it on the Xbox. Okay. Anyway, next game. Well, let me start by saying I have 4 games here to show you guys that one of my friends, who is a manager at GameStop, I know I've said in the past that I'm not sure if we're friends, but I'm pretty sure we're friends. It's weird because, like, you know, I feel like he works for the enemy, but I don't know, like, I go to GameStop, I like GameStop, I don't know why I think they're the enemy. I don't know. This is a big corporate. I have, like, a chip on my shoulder about big corporate stores and shit, I guess. But he's a manager there. You know, I told him what happened with my games, and I had to replace a lot of PS3 games, and he fucking hooked me up. I don't know if managers get a better discount than employees or something, but he definitely hooked me up. He got me 4 games, 3 of which, you know, I told him I was pretty upset about missing, because he asked me, like, what are some of the games that, you know, you're missing that, you know, mean the most to you or you really want back? And, you know, I gave him, like, a short list of some of the ones that really kind of pissed me off. And then he threw in another game that he is a fan of, which was really cool, too, because he knew he didn't have it, because he'd asked me if I played it. We've talked about it in the past. And besides the 4 games I'm going to show you, he also gave me a bunch, because I told him, you know, most of the games I'm missing is weird between the letters of C and N, because I kind of got, like, chunked my collection from the shelf, like, into boxes, you know, I grab, like, you know, so the box that I'm missing, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, when I was moving, a few of my boxes got lost. So yeah, so anyway, the box of games that was taken, you know, fell into a fucking vortex, whatever happened, happened to be C through, like, N-ish, but it's not, but still there's some outlying games, like, you know, like, really expensive, hard to find games I all put together, you know what I mean? So, like, my Class of Heroes wasn't in there, which is so happy that I did that. I don't know why I had the foresight to do that. But anyway, he got me 3 of the games that were gone, and he got me a bunch, and this is really cool of him, and I guess because he's a manager at GameStop, he can do this, a ton of cases and manuals with the cover art. So, no game in them, but, like, you know, like, he got me Deception, he got me all 3 of the Disgaea games, a bunch, you know, just a bunch of games that were missing just the cases and the manuals, because, you know, he said, at least these, you know, then you can just pick up the disc, or if you just find a good deal on a disc, or, you know, whatever, it just make it a little bit easier. A lot of times, you know, obviously getting disc-only copies of games is cheaper, unless it's a GameStop, which is why you can do it, because they don't differentiate between a complete game and a disc-only game. They still sell it for the same price, so that was really cool that he came through with that. He didn't replace every fucking, you know, disc and manual, or, excuse me, case and manual of the games I was missing. That would just be insane, because there's, like, I think 42 is the final count. But, you know, a handful of them, and that was awesome, so I really appreciate that. And then, the other thing he did was he got 3 of the games that I was missing. Champion Jockey, which was, like, really hilarious to me that he grabbed me this. He said it was, like, you know, $4 with his discount or whatever, and it is a pretty clean copy. I actually used the replacement case that my homie sent me, because it was, the case itself was in pretty bad shape, but it's complete. You know, the disc looks great. Really happy to have this back. This was one of them that, you know, I was kind of sweating, because I do think that game is really underrated, really cool. Another one of my favorite games on the PS3, like, this one was, like, heartbreaking, because have talked about this game a lot in the past. I'm a huge advocate of this game, despite it not being it's a very flawed game, but I really enjoy it. El Shaddai. So again, complete, really happy to get this back. It's been forever since I played this. I might play this soon. So really happy to get that back. This game, I don't know, I really have an emotional attachment to this game. I really can't explain why. Something about this game I just really, really like. It's fucking weird. And then this one was also, really cool, Dragon's Crown. I have this on the Vita, but I actually like it better on the PS3. And after he gave me these games, I actually played this game for like 3 days. I think I put like 30 hours into this game in like 3 days. I beat normal mode, hard mode, and did like the first like 40 quests, maybe even more. I think I did like the first 40, I think it was like the 40-something quest in the game, like little side quest things to get, because when you do a side quest, you unlock artwork, which looks awesome, obviously, because it's Vanillaware. Although, I do feel like some of those artwork stills that you get when you finish a quest might have been outsourced to like other companies, because a few of them aren't on the same caliber of amazing. Like, there's a few that really stand out that just don't look that great, almost like a different art style. So I wonder if they outsourced some of that to somebody else and they weren't done by Vanillaware. I might just be totally talking about my ass, but that, like, a few of them that I saw was like, ew, like, that doesn't look like Vanillaware. But anyway, when you do a quest, you get an artwork, and it has a little backstory that you can read too. But for every 5 of those that you collect, you get a trophy. So, like, the first one's like, I don't know, like, what is it, the first one? The first one's like maybe like art dabbler or something, and then it's like art collector, and then it's like art hunter, and then it's like art connoisseur, and it goes all the way up and all the way up until there's like gold one at the end if you get all, I believe there's 50, and I think that one is like art gallery owner or something. I don't know. It's kind of goofy, but they are fun to try and collect. That said, I haven't gotten all of them. I actually put the game down after beating it on 2 modes because I was kind of getting burned out because I put so much time into it over such a short amount of time. But this game is fucking awesome. I forgot how much I love this game. I think this game is fantastic. The online community is still thriving. Once you open up the online after like 3 or 4 hours, I was worried I wasn't going to be able to find people to play with. Not a problem at all. I was always playing with 3 other people, going on quest. I love this game. It's a beat 'em up. This game is a beat 'em up with RPG elements, and it's phenomenal. And it's definitely underrated. I love this game when it came out. It made my top 10 list or whatever, 2013, I think. I played it a bunch on the Vita. Then I got it on the PS3. Never really played it on the PS3. Just picked it up, checked it out, kind of to see what the differences were, if it still worked without the touchscreen elements. And then I didn't really play it much more. And then when I lost it, then I was like kind of sweating it. And then when I got it back, the first thing I did was pop it in and play the shit out of it. And I literally played the shit out of this game over three days. And it was awesome. I really loved it. This game is fucking great. I know the controversy with the art style. I like women. I like women with big butts. I like women with big boobs. I like women with small butts. I like women with small boobs. I don't fucking care. The artwork in this does not faze me at all. I enjoy it. And that said, I wouldn't even consider it sexist because the men are fucking hyper stylized too. Find me a dude with muscles that big is like the dwarf in the night and shit. It goes both ways. It's a two-way street. So stop getting it twisted. Fucking, I'm not going to say the F word. I know it's a dirty word, but some of you guys are a little too on the... I'm not even going to go there. Awesome game, man. Really, really happy to get this back in the collection. The last game, definitely not. I definitely didn't save the best game for last, but this is a game that he gave me, and I do appreciate it. It's actually in my PS3 right now. It's a Capcom game. When this game came out, there was a ton of hype around it. And I just never played it. I was never really even interested in it. But, like, as time went by, people would start saying, like, oh, this game is good. Like, I know McFly, he was a fan of this game. My friend gave me these games, these 4 PS3 games. he loved the game. He thought it was great. He bought it when it came out. Didn't understand all the hate. And the way he described it to me, it sounded pretty cool. He said, it's like a 3D beat 'em up with some kind of shitty platforming elements. And that game is Remember Me by Capcom. And you know what? I can tell you right now, because I'm looking at the screen, I'm 20% of the way through this game, and what I've played so far, I've really, really liked. The combat it's a little bit on the difficult side. I'm playing it on hard mode because trophies stack in this game, so if you play it on hard, you get the trophy for beating it on normal and easy, too. They have different names or whatever. I think the one I'm playing is called, Memory Hunter mode, which is the equivalent of hard mode. But, so yeah, the trophy stacks. So I am playing it on hard, which the combat, kind of took me by surprise. I got my ass kicked pretty early in the game. I was like, oh, wow. And you can adjust the difficulty on the fly, but then you lose your trophy stacking. So I haven't done that, and I kind of been pushing through. And it's gotten easier once I've, figured out how to play the game better. But what I played so far, man, I really think is awesome. The environment in this game is crazy. Again, with the French shit, it takes place in this Neo-Paris, which looks great. I mean, the graphics and the environments in this game look awesome. They are kind of barren. I feel like they could have added more collectibles or something to kind of make exploring the environments cooler. You can eavesdrop on conversations and shit, which is kind of cool. But really the atmosphere of this game. I think it's really cool. Definitely one of the best butts in video game too. Hands down. This cover. I could look at this cover all day. Great butt. But yeah, even if the game sucks, I will still remember this butt forever. And but yeah, like I've said, the first 20% of the game has been really good. There's some cheesiness about it. You unlock these combos. I think there's only a grand total 4. But you can add button presses to your combo thing. It's kind of like God Hand, and at least you can customize your combos. Another Capcom game that I think people didn't like when it first came out. But anyway, is you add button presses to those combos. They're called pressins, Pressens. I'm like, that's so fucking corny. That's all you can think of, pressins? Whatever. But I really enjoyed it. The boss fights have been awesome. Really, really creative. And yeah, I don't know, man. I might have the worst taste in games because it seems like every game that people hate, Nier, Rule Rules, I end up, really liking a lot. And I mean, unless this game just takes a fucking huge nosedive and just shits all over itself, I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I'm actually going to go back to playing this now. I actually just paused it to make this video. And yeah, that's the stuff that I've been playing. So, I always ask a question at the end. Have you guys played the Silent Hill HD collection? Because, I am really just not feeling it. And, it's October. I do want to play a bunch of horror games. That's why I started playing Echo Knight and Silent Hill. And after Remember Me, I think all the rest of the games I'll play for the month probably will be horror games and going back to a lot of my favorites. But I feel like I should just play it on the Xbox. But if you guys have played the HD collection, let me know what you think about it. Am I just being a weirdo elitist, which I don't even consider myself an elitist. Like I said, I don't play with 10 controls, even though I did have to go with the old voices. I can't imagine playing through Silent Hill 2 with different voices. The voices kind of, I don't know, they're just so corny. They're great, but yeah, let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you've been playing. Have you played any of these games? Do you like this? Not the butt. Everybody likes the butt. But do you like Remember Me? I don't know. That's it.